guys, it's Cash, and today I'm going to talk more about this Epstein sex spy network. So this has been going on for decades in relation to the CIA. And I was just watching this video. This woman from Chile is talking about all these connections that have been going on since the 1930s. And one of the people mentioned is Meyer Lansky, who is a Jewish gangster and that has been linked to the OSS and the CIA and other intelligence organizations. And he has also been linked to trafficking. So the CIA and the FBI, they know all about this stuff. So they're trying to play right now like they have no idea what's going on, but they do. They know exactly what's going on. All this stuff, Jeffrey Epstein is just the tip of the iceberg with this. In my last video, or one of my videos before, I mentioned Leslie Wexler, the CEO from Victoria's Secret. Now, people were trying to figure out, why would Leslie Wexler just give Epstein a condo? He basically just signed him over a condo. Well, the connection with that, and this is what this woman says in the video, I'm going to link it down below, is that Wexler had connections to the Epstein, or to the Lansky crime syndicate, which dealt with trafficking. So for Epstein, that was a good connect to have. So that's that is how that comes into play. So this is just like a big web, and people are now starting to look at it, and it's all starting to kind of unfold, especially with the death, after the mysterious death of Epstein. So I made a video a while ago about a dream that I had about me just waking up out of nowhere, and then it was like a message. It was the CIA is linked to human trafficking. And I was like, you know what? I have to look more into this. I need to make a video about this. And with all this stuff happening, it just shows me that I'm not nuts, that my dreams actually do tell me things. So my dream about my grandpa potentially being an MK Ultra, someone that they used for MK Ultra, could very well be true as well. So, I mean, not to blow my psychic horn or anything, just kidding, but let's go back and listen to that video where I do talk about this. And I'm sorry, I'm just like excited because I was like, I'm coming on here and I'm saying all these things and people are probably like, what the hell is this girl talking about? But it's true. So I'm going to play this for you guys right now. CIA is connected to Freemasonry, which is also connected to human trafficking, child trafficking, and drug trafficking. I had a dream last night. Most of you know that I do get messages in my dreams, and I woke up at around 3:30 a.m. and in my mind was the CIA is connected to human trafficking. So I went on my computer and I looked it up, and the CIA has a link to Freemasonry. Basically, how this works is it's all connected in my pyramid that I talk about. I'll link that video down below. But it's the CIA, it's Freemason secret societies, and then they have these criminals, the immunity traffickers. They have this clearance. It's a satanic practice. They have this clearance to cyberstalk people, and this is a money-making thing. I've spoken before. They hack into your webcam and sell your webcam. They plant cameras and sell your videos. They plant cameras in your apartment, hotel, wherever you're staying on vacation. They will plant a camera in there and they will sell things to voyeurs, so to speak. But the child trafficking and the drug trafficking, I don't know too much about that. Okay, so I'm going to stop it there. That's enough of my celestial voice of truth. Anyway, so this is a huge money-making thing for these people, obviously, these criminals, these cyber stalker criminals and stuff. And I didn't even know anything about Epstein. I didn't even know the guy existed when I made that video on May 13th. So with the webcam thing, and this goes back to recording, because that's what Epstein was doing. This was supposed to be blackmail. He was getting all these politicians, and it was to be used as blackmail on these people for most likely Mossad, Jewish intelligence control over America. So that's why we're not allowed to talk about Israel, basically, because of that. So yeah, so through your webcam, they can get just any old person. This is off the topic of Epstein. Just anybody. They can get anybody. You're doing yoga. Maybe you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing, and they got you through your webcam or some different way. Maybe your neighbor is like some kind of agent of some sort and is watching you. I know it sounds like paranoid, but we are living in times where this is going on. So you need to be mindful of the times that we are living in. So, so they could just be NSA, whatever. They could be just recording people to have things on people in case you ever get famous or in case you ever learn anything that you shouldn't know about or you witness something that you shouldn't see. They have recordings of just everyday citizens just living their lives, and there's a lot of people, like weird people, that'll pay to watch people just live their lives. Like, it's a voyeurism. It's people get off on it. I don't know. I don't really understand, but Edward Snowden told us all this stuff, and he's looked at as some kind of spy and a treasonist or whatever you want to call it, but the guy was actually a hero. He was telling us what they are doing in the United States to citizens. So I'm going to put the link down below of that video where I talk about the CIA dream. I'm kind of on a personal soapbox on it, but that was a very rapid healing period for me. So I do pardon that. I do apologize for that. But the links of all this are being made slowly but surely. And the FBI has known about child trafficking for a very long time, because I remember that I had a friend, her husband was in the FBI, and she had a kid, and I was like, why don't you ever post pictures of your kids online or on social media? And she was like, I can't, so-and-so, I forget his name. He said that human traffickers, they look on the internet for children to abduct or to get into these human trafficking rings by whatever means they go about doing that. So when I first heard about this, I was like, yeah, I guess that's good. It's precautionary for kids. But I think the same applies to women too. So for me personally, I've had a huge problem. I like to think of myself as not having an addictive personality, but I was, and I still am, addicted to social media. And for about 10 years, I documented and posted just about every single thing that I did. So these people, these traffickers, CIA, whoever, are watching me swing from chandeliers and free pour vodka down my throat. They're like, hey, who's this girl? Bring her on down. So it's kind of my fault too, in a way, for getting myself in the situation that I found myself in. But you just need to be very mindful of what you post on the internet, because they are looking. We live in a very predatory society, and that stems from narcissism and all types of stuff. People are just running around with unhealed trauma, myself included, and we just really need to be mindful of things we post on the internet. Maybe not post our children on the internet, because there's just really no privacy. And not to mention, that's how they build psychological profiles on everybody. You won't know this until you are trying to do something, until you're trying to break the mold and break out of, the place that society has tried to put you in, you won't know that they pretty much know everything about you until you try to do that. So with that said, yeah, I guess you learn the things you learn late. I wish I would have just been mindful back then of the things that I was posting, but you live and you learn, right? So with that said, that is all I have to say. As always, I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Please like if you like what I'm saying, subscribe, and God bless.